Well, hi, good morning. Thanks so much for joining me here in my shop. Today is February 7th. I keep trying to hold back time, but it's not working very well. So at the end of the last video, I ran out of three things at once. I ran out of patience, I ran out of time, and I ran out of computer memory all at the same time. So last video ended rather suddenly with me discovering, and not being too surprised by it, that things didn't work out 100% when I transferred the cartridge. Probably it's just a matter of a bad connection under here. Once again, the problem is getting access to it and working on it comfortably. And not much I can do just here like this, unfortunately. And what I'm wondering is, can I just undo the screw underneath here, pull the head shell off, flip it over, and start working on it, as opposed to everything else that might have to happen here to get access, comfortable access under here. I don't know. That's a good question. I think I'm going to try that first, because I think that's the least problematic. I'm going to discombobulate everything here that I had set up yesterday. Slide off. Okay, slide off. There we go. Now again, a lot of things you're doing, if you're pulling like this and they come apart, you yank it out there, that's bad news. So what I do is I try to lever things. So I've got this hand pinching back here. And I'm going to pinch up here and hold on to the head shell, and I'm just going to work against my own fingers, little bit by little bit. That way I can pull this off and not yank it off. There's that piece dropping out again. Okay, first step is to examine the situation here, because perhaps things changed while I was installing the cartridge. Maybe the wires kind of got knocked silly. Let's take a look with the other camera. I think the autofocus might be on here. See what we can get. Yeah, autofocus is going, so I'm going to just fix the autofocus here so we can get up as close as possible. And I'm going to need to steady the camera also to do this right. This is a pretty hard thing to look at in 2 dimensions, but I can make it a little more dimensional if I just swing this back and forth a bit, because our brains are powerful. So starting with the red wire, that would look connected. The green wire, see, that's where I kind of thought a short circuit might have occurred. Although the way it sounded like a wire was open circuited. I guess if I were to wiggle the cartridge while playing it, look, maybe the cartridge, there's a little plug at the back of that cartridge. It may not be plugged in all the way. Well, I can wiggle this thing around and see if that makes any difference. And that white one, hard to say if I really soldered it or if I just kind of stuck it on some melted plastic there and it looks like it's soldered. We can do some testing, some simple testing. And the blue and the green wire are going down under. Can't really see for sure what's happening. And the wires, no, you know what, I could pull that plug out of the back of the cartridge, leave the cartridge where it is, and that would give me access to see things. Well, isn't that a good idea? Let's try the wiggle thing first. So I made a little audio rearrangement here in my shop. I'm going to have to stop and just plug in the record player here. Now, there's always a chance that this cartridge is wired just perfectly fine, and everything in fact is working just fine with it, except the cartridge itself is weak on one channel. That's possible. So we're listening to the cartridge right now. Or not. Okay, there we are. So you can see just touching the housing transmits the sound. Now, I got the volume up pretty high to do this. The output from the cartridge is plugged into a microphone input, so and I got the volume actually set relatively low, but still it's really quite strong. So let me touch the needle. And are you wearing headphones? I am, so I can hear left channel, right channel quite clearly. Sounds on my earphones anyway a little off to the left, so I'm going to reduce the left side. Okay, I think that's the left side. We'll try it again. I can't hear anything at all. Turn up the right side. You can hear the hum come up. I don't know if I could hear this before. Here's a little bit. Now is that audio sound, or is that electrical static from touching stuff? Turn it up a little higher. I think I can hear that. Oop. Yeah, I can hear that. You know, it doesn't sound to be all on one side of my headphones. It sounds in the middle. How can that be? Let me pull the lead out that's carrying the strong signal here. Okay, this might get a little noisy. Don't know what's going to happen. Okay, did I get the one out? Seem to have. Let me just. Nope, wrong one. Okay, what I'm doing is I'm just going to feed one channel over here. Pull this out and see if that worked. Yeah. So now we don't hear anything. Confused myself over here. Okay, watch your ears. Just making sure of things. Yeah. So we now have connected in. Once again, I didn't do this right. So what's happening here? You see what I'm doing? I've got a number of volume controls to manipulate over here. These two, left and right channel, and then up here, left and right channel, and this is coming from that cartridge. Funny that. Funny you can hear that, eh? That's on the cable going back to the record player. The other channel's plugged in here. That channel up. Which is which? Okay, one humming, one not. So this, the red one up there, is the one that's carrying the signal. Let me plug that in. Stereo is confusing me, you know. Two channels is too much for my brain. Okay, so there we can hear. I'm just touching the head shell. That's what I needed to do right there. This is the operating channel. And that has to be operating channel. Okay, so we're going to turn down the operating channel. Turn up the non-operating channel. Plug in the non-operating channel. Unplug the operating channel. Ooh, that's an interesting effect. So this powerful hum is also indicating an open circuit in the. To me, that's what it's indicating. An open circuit. We'll leave it like that. So the non-working channel is turned up, and it has a hum. Okay. Challenged in the morning. Oh. That was kind of weird, wasn't that? Like it. First there was interference and it just went away. How could that be? My finger on it. Maybe I have my finger on this. So you see the red side is the side that's connected through the amplifier right now. The white side, no. So the red side is the problem side. This is certainly making a difference. Now, what about the matching wire with the red is the green. Green wire. I think I'm contacting the green wire. would suggest maybe a short circuit. I was going to bend this clip up here and push it in a little further. Let me try that. Because I suspect there could be a short circuit down under here. You're just wiggling it around. Don't hear anything changing at all. Okay. It's starting to look like the cartridge itself is defective. So just fooling around at this point. Hard to see how this plug that goes in the back of the cartridge could not be making good contact. It's quite a hefty spring loadedness in it. Spring loadedness. Wow. Pop it right out. If I can flip it over and pop it back in. Is that possible? And reverse the channels that way. This is hung up on something. There it comes. Okay, let's pull that out. Here we are. I'm going to handle this thing a lot and the wires are going to break off. I got one making some noise. This one. Oh, why did it stop? Finger knot on the screwdriver. These two making noise. These ones shouldn't because they're turned down. This one's in this way. If I turn it right over and plug it right back in. Oh, this is awkward. You know, it's probably designed so you can't do that. Okay, so I'm looking for some kind of a shape that would prevent it from going in. I don't think there is any such thing. So turn it over again. I'll try plugging it in. So awkward. I'm gonna have to remove the cartridge here. There's just no way I can continue doing this. Okay, one screw's gotta come out. Other screw I just have to loosen. Take the cartridge out. Now, could I test the cartridge independently? Like, yeah, you know, it might be sensible to do that. Let's do this. Let's pull these up here. We'll do a comparison thing. Get that over there. We turn the volume up on both channels. Okay. Now, can't hear it because the cartridge is here. Every one of them produced a click or a pop. But you know what? It all sounds non-stereo in my ears. Try down here. Not down there. That's kind of weird. How that my finger on it. Well, that's interesting now. You got one of them that hums like crazy, and the other one, no other one, just one. That's the quiet. Quiet. So the ground is the ground should be the green wire and the blue wire. They're both in the middle here. White wire and the red should be the signal wires, if this is done in the standard way. I've simply matched the color of the wires going back, and I've done it correctly. So if this blue one is grounded, you don't really hear much effect, virtually nothing. The green one is grounded, but you hear stuff. How's that happening? Now, how do I know I'm contacting the lead wire? I should get the same responses up here. It needed the lead wire soldering there. It looks okay, but maybe it isn't. So we should get the same sort of pattern. One of these, the white one, should be loud. White wire, but nothing up here. The white wire didn't make a connection. Here's the parts of the wire right here. It's stuck on there. Had to get stuck on there, but not make a connection. Now what if so try resoldering that. Could be the whole problem right there. But I want to take a really close look at it because I'm curious about it. Bring this guy right in. The white wire. Okay, don't move while we take the X-ray. Looking at the white wire. Let me just get a little better focus on it here. Get rid of the hum. Listen to that. Okay, focus. I need to blast it with some light. Well, I mean, it's hard to know if it's soldered on or not, really looking at it. The electrical test suggests it's not actually soldered. Quite the schmozzle there. Okay, I will solder that back together. Here, let me show you something here. First of all, I put these guys on. These are really cheap, but boy, do they work. Because you have a stereo view, a magnified stereo view. That's really important. Let me show you what I found immediately upon doing something here. Okay, get that camera to sit correctly. A little focus here, just bear with me a moment. Okay, I could have done this when I first soldered this. So I'm going to grab the white wire and I'm going to wiggle it. That's not soldered worth a hoot. Okay. Okay, at the risk of burning my camera, let's give it a little touch of solder here. Where exactly? I don't know. This is kind of what happened the first time around. I couldn't really see enough to do things right. Okay. Now the angles are really good here, except this white wire's in the way. Get out of the way. Get out of the way. Okay. There we go. I figure lots of solder is going to do the trick. Oh, son of a gun, that didn't do the trick. That undid the trick. Okay, things have become very awkward here. Well, here we get a better look at where I'm trying to solder. So there's just a little bit of wire over here. Anywhere on there. This looks easy. Okay, mister. Hold still. Boy. Great big blob there, but it's off to the side. So I'm worried about shorting on the cartridge again when I put it back together. Well, it certainly is stuck there now. Let's push this back here. Okay, we're going to have a little hearing listen. We're going to have a hearing listen. Have a hearing test. See if that made any difference. It's got a big hum on one channel. And it still sounds like it's mono. Don't know how that works. Okay, here we go. We're touching here. Hang on to your ears. Yeah, that's without my finger on the... turn this down a little bit here. Okay. I'll put my finger on the screwdriver this time. It's going to be loud. Okay, now what about up here? Where'd you go, white wire? Okay. There we are. Now let's just compare the other ones. Uh-oh, I hear something ringing. Okay, so it would appear the problem is solved, but who knows for sure. Put this guy back in, put him in this way. There we go, stick this here. Oh, did I leave the sound up? Did that? Were you listening to that? Let me put my headphones on. Yes, I did leave the sound up. So, okay, now how are we going to know this is working in stereo here? We've got both channels going right now. What do we hear? Sounds dead center to me. Okay, one channel only. Any other channel? Totally dead. How come? Turn way up. Wow. It's looking more and more like a cartridge that won't put out. These wires done wrong in some way. Why do I keep hearing it sounds like mono? I don't have a mono switch going, do I? Oh! Yes. Take that back. Okay, I had a setting wrong over here. I have one channel set for left and the other channel set for left and right. So what do we hear now? Very clearly in one ear, to the right in my ear. Okay, we gotta go through a bit of a troubleshooting deal here, or what have you been doing all morning anyway, Jim? There we go. See, frustration's starting to go up. Okay, red one with my finger. Volume's up pretty high here. Crank it back down. Okay, guard your ears. So this is red, green, white. Why so different? White? Because your matching blue has not worked out. Huh. Blue one maybe didn't make contact. Okay, let me just throw this over here. let's take a close look at the blue one. It's nicely exposed here. Oh, I wish I had realized I could do it this way instead of before when I had the record player turned upside down and sideways. All that kind of stuff. So we can see the blue wire sure looks attached. Now what I want to do is contact only the lead wire part that's here. It's dead. Let me turn everything way up. Okay, we'll just stay off the loud white one here. Nothing whatsoever. Now can I contact the blue conductor? Not getting anywhere. Expect them all to do the same thing. So we say the good channel is the red-green one. This is what we get. The bad channel is the white-blue one. Here's what we get. Nothing. Nothing on the blue, and this is gonna be loud. Not so loud. It looks like the wire coming up to the head is not working. That's the impression I'm getting here. So that's really where the problem is. What should I do about that? It's possible the wire is good. Black wire is good all the way up. It's not soldered into here anymore. Okay, let me turn down the. Here we go again. Which is which? Okay, so this is the channel we're testing here. The one with the hum. The hum is also indicative of an open circuit in this. So we got two things saying open circuit. Any electrical noise coming there. It's possible the two, I was going to say it's possible we could short these together and see if everything starts working. But so I think I'm putting ground to ground here. Sound like I put a ground onto a live wire. Is it blue live? You know what we got to do? I hate to do this. We have to take this deck up and look at what's going on the other end of the wires. Okay. I think that's what I got to do. I got to prove out that. Well, what if I haven't got it plugged in? What if I don't have it plugged in? Well, what if that's really the problem? For crying out loud. I did. Duh. Okay, so I fixed that white wire, and I'll bet you everything's nice and quiet now. Yeah. Boy. Duh. Oh, that's matches, doesn't it? Red wire live, white wire live, ground. I think we got it. Oh, cartridge. Oh, that sounds like stereo in my head. That's enough. Just doing that. That's stereo. Whoa, I almost made a boo-boo there. Okay, chasing my own problems as usual. Okay, I'm going to put that back together. I think I solved it. And we're going to play the record. We're going to find out what this guy sounds like. Okay, so what I've done is I've changed the where this cord is leading. It was leading into microphone inputs, which are super sensitive. So now it's into a line input, which is much more suitable for a ceramic cartridge. But the tone quality may not be correct because of the de-emphasis situation, which I won't go into. Are we ready? My dusty, dirty record here. Oh, guess we need to make some power on here. Okay, so we're good. Here we go. Just starting it. Once again, the wheel does not want to turn. Oh yes, it does. Oh, there's no traction. Not sure what happens here with the speed thing, but it looks like every so often you have to engage the speeds to settle things. I don't know. Anyway, it's working now. Here we go. Come on, man. Stereo. Yeah, that's right. Clean the record with your finger. Too much static electricity in here. Okay, man. Do your thing. I expect too much, do I? Okay, see if we can let it turn off on its own here. There it is. Okay, we can declare success at this point. Actually sounded pretty good, didn't it? Much better than in the microphone inputs. Great. So there we are. That's done. Very good. Now I'm happy. Now I can go grocery shopping for my exciting day. Thanks a lot for watching the series. This is part of the console series I've been doing. And what's coming next on my bench? I got no idea right now. No idea. Thanks a lot. Have a great day. See you later.